All right, hello. I'm gonna show you guys just in a quick pug, Lightweaver Holy Priest, and how I like to play it, and what I think you should be keeping an eye out for when playing it. This is a quick little overview of the talents. You can just take a screenshot or pause it if you want to look at them. I'll also leave a link to it in the description. This is Rashanon. The biggest thing with Holy Priest is playing around Halo and your other cooldowns. So whenever these sprays happen, I think it's called volatile spray, that's when we want to be lining up Halo. We should be able to do it for every other one, because basically you can just think of Halo as a 1-minute healing CD. So every minute we should be trying to find something to press it on in the fight. The next thing is these debuffs right here. You can see I have it set up in my cell add-on to where it'll highlight the people who are targeted by it, and we just want to be picking those people with our single target healing, because the main gameplay loop of playing this real quick before I go into that. Now we have this next spray. We don't have Halo up, so we're going to use something else. I'm just going to use Divine Him. We could use Salve, we could use Him, we could use AoE healing. It doesn't really matter. You just want to use something for every spray. So the next spray is in 32 seconds. By then I'll have Halo back up. So for now we're just healing people, and then we're going to have the strands come out first, and also the ads. These target individual players. When these strands come out, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You'll see a little debuff on people. You can also see it here, some of the ad debuffs, so we can get ready to heal those people as they expire. And then now we have these strands debuffs. So like I heal the hunter here, I heal the warrior. Just keep them full HP because they're going to be taking the most damage out of everyone. Now we have this spray coming up, and we're going to use our Halo. So I press Halo. And then we're just doing some healing, throwing Paramending on cooldown. Other than that, just kind of picking up people that are lower HP than others. Now we're running across. This is also a good time to use like our instant cast healing procs or our Holy Word Serenities and stuff like that. Prayer of Mending. We go across. And now our next spray is in 31 seconds. I don't think I will quite have Halo up, or it'll be very close. So what we'll do is we'll salve that one. Here we're just healing the tanks because there's not much to do. There's no one really taking damage. These two players will take damage that are targeted by this. Basically, Holy Priest is just all about picking off or like kind of whack-a-mole healing the players who get targeted by individual debuffs, especially when you're doing progression content like in Heroic or Mythic Raid. Your job is to keep those players from dying. Like that's your primary focus. Even if you're not doing the most healing in the raid, that's what you want to be using. I did end up getting Halo like right at the last second as that was happening. But we don't really want to use it because it was already like halfway done casting. Instead, I just use Holy Word Salve, healing the players that are lower HP here. And then we will probably, it's not the most ideal to save Halo for this long, but we're just going to save it for the next spray. In Heroic and stuff, this would be a little, there'd be more healing to do. And here again, we're just going to use Holy Word Serenity on these people that get targeted by the webs. Keep them topped up as they break them. We have that spray getting ready to come up. We're going to use Halo for it. Just waiting to use Halo. And here it goes. Now we use Halo. And we're just healing anybody who drops lower than the rest of the raid, basically. Moving, so I'm going to save this Holy Word Serenity. That way I can use it as we're running if someone drops low. Like right there, that priest, this warlock. I can use my instant cast flash heal. And I can catch up with this gateway. Holy Word Serenity. Now the boss is dead, so I just cast Divine Him before it dies, and that's it. Well, I know that was like a really quick run through, but that's the general concept of Holy Priest. Is your main focus should be healing players who are targeted by individual mechanics. I guess I'll walk through really quick how to do that in Cell. So if you go to the Cell settings, you want to go to it's going to be Indicators. And then you scroll down to raid debuffs. You should have debuffs disabled, and then just raid debuffs. Set this up however you want it to look. And after you do that, go to the raid debuffs tab at the top. And you're going to select, instead of current season, because this is Mythic Plus, you're going to do the War Within. You're going to select the raid, and then you just go to the boss. So for instance, we can go to Rashanon, which is what we just did. And you just go to those individual mechanics. So we have like Spinneret's Strand. And then you just enable it. And then you can do things like, for instance, the infested spawns. You can make it like right here. There's a glow type and all this stuff. So I could change the glow type to be like that if they're targeted by this ability, things like that. So the general idea is that you are going in here and setting that kind of stuff up. Like right here, I have it for Spinneret Strand where I have a glow set up so that when people are targeted by that ability and they have that debuff, I can see it ahead of time so that I know who to target as the ability lands. Because that's the ideal setting, is you want to basically snipe that healing. As soon as the player takes damage, you should be picking them up as quickly as possible. So knowing ahead of time that they're going to take that damage lets you keep an eye out for when they take that damage so that you can react a little bit faster. Pretty much be proactive with the idea. Yeah, that's generally Holy Priest is mostly playing around Halo CD for like your group healing, pressing Prayer Mending a lot, using cooldowns when you don't have Halo available, and then just single target healing the players that get targeted by individual stuff. So hopefully that was a really quick recap. I'll probably end up doing like a raid guide at some point where we actually talk about this a little more in depth with like specific ability usage and more specific examples and stuff like that. But hopefully this video is helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.